I have Tatiana here, correct?
Yes, Judge.
And is it Keith?
Yes, Judge.
Tatiana, it's right to say, I think, that Keith was a friend of your husband at the time.
Oh, my late husband, yes, Judge.
And very sadly, your husband passed away.
Yes.
I'm sorry about that. When was that?
2013, 6th of June, from cancer.
Now, at that time, I think, Tatiana, you had a different business.
Yes.
You had... What was your business?
Tatiana's sandwich shop in Leyland.
Tatiana's sandwich shop?
Yes.
Very nice. It's a very tough business, though.
Very.
Hard work, that sort of thing. And at some point, Keith, did you go into Tatiana's for a sandwich?
I did.
And whilst you were there, did you get talking?
I did.
This was some time, I think, after your husband had passed away.
Yeah, 3 years after.
About 3 years
my husband
after.
passed, yeah.
And while you're passing and picking up your sandwich, cheese and pickle, whatever it was, in Tatiana's business, you ended up getting talking to Keith, and as far as I can gather, that was the point you told him about your kitchen, is that right?
Yes, right,
What did you
Judge.
explain that you were doing in your house?
I just talked to Keith and I said, look, I work so hard, I should sell my business because it's too much for one person. And I said, Keith, I won't sell business, clear my debts and put money for new modern kitchen. And Keith said, no look nowhere, I do for you, sake of Raymond, I do good job for you.
She didn't just come and see you because she thought you're the type of person that munches a cheese and pickle and consequently looks like you might be qualified to put in a sink, did she? She must have been aware that you had particular skills putting in kitchens, correct?
Correct.
You were aware of that, I presume?
Yes, because Keith got big one.
Excuse me?
Sorry. He got job one, white one, writing, build and design. And how he speak, he said he's very good fitting kitchens. Sorry.
Understand.
Sorry.
Oh, dear. Keith had a big sign. Now, the thing is, Keith, she's right about that. And what she's right about is that you have advertised your services as effectively a joiner. And you've been a joiner and really a cabinet maker, that sort of thing, for how many years?
Well, I've been in business. I was in business 25 years in Glasgow. And when I come back home to Lancashire, I retired at 65.
He says that you told him that you'd been shopping around for this fitted kitchen and it was going to cost £6,000. And he said that there was another solution. What do you say he said to you?
First, Judge, it's not true. I even not got idea about how much cost kitchen. Before selling my business, I just talk with him. I want a nice kitchen. I trust him. That is my biggest problem. I trust him.
You trusted him?
Yeah.
What did you agree before the two of you ended up going shopping for kitchens? What were you going to pay him and what was his contribution going to be?
£500. I need pay him for a job.
£500?
Yes.
And you would pay for the kitchen yourself?
Yes.
Understood.
Yes,
You'd buy the kitchen, he would fit it for £500?
Yes, Judge.
Effectively, you tell me, you were doing it at mega mates rates. A big favour.
That's it.
Correct?
Correct.
Now, in terms of the kitchen, there's various things in a kitchen. You've got all your units, there's sinks and there's plumbing, and there's all sorts of other things. Heating, for example. Also, there's tiling involved. What part of those jobs was Keith going to complete?
All. Putting kitchen together, plumbing. I asked him about certificate. Can he connect appliances? He said, why you ask me that? I know what I'm doing.
Now, Tatiana, at that point, were you satisfied that Keith was the right person? Or was there anything else that gave you perhaps an intuition that something wasn't right on that day?
Yes, because that is true. When Keith come round to my home, look kitchen, my late husband's picture fell on his head. It's true, Keith. And I said, Keith, Raymond maybe not like, I go involved with you. He said, no, Raymond say, hi, Keith, well done. But it's happened.
Now, this is important.
Yeah.
Before he started any work, because he's a friend, well, I'll ask you, did you get him to put anything in writing, Tatiana?
No, Judge.
That may or may not have been sensible, but it certainly complicated things. Now, he started work in February 2017, is that right?
Little bit early, yeah, but February.
As far as you were concerned, the whole thing should only have taken 2 weeks. That was to remove the kitchen, the original one there, tile the whole thing and fit it as well. Did you believe that to be the case at the time?
I said that, yes.
Thank you. In other words, by the end of February 2017, your kitchen will be fine and done, with all the work done.
Correct.
Were you doing it yourself or with anybody else?
No,
sir?
I was doing it myself.
Understood. How many kitchens had you fitted prior to this point in your whole life?
In my whole life, plenty.
What was Tatiana like as a client? Was she leaving you alone? Was it pleasant to be in her property, or were there any other things that you were a bit concerned about, sir?
Well, she was always in the kitchen watching what was going on. Sometimes she used to, you know, pass me and touch my bum.
She used to what?
Touch my posterior.
Well, I mean, had you left your spirit level there?
Yes, might have done.
He must be lucky if I do that.
Well, I can say 2 or 3 things, Judge, but...
Do say 2 or 3 things, because I need to understand, because
Yeah.
part of the behaviour here matters a great deal to your counterclaim, which I have to tell you, sir, is a serious one. What do you mean you could say 2 or 3 things?
Well, everything was in the middle of the floor, Judge. And one of us have to pass each other, and she used to just slap me backside.
Do you think that she wanted you in a sexual way?
Might have done, I don't know.
Did you get that impression?
Well, I did sometimes.
Tatiana, did you find Keith irresistible?
No.
Did you touch Keith on his bottom without him agreeing to it?
Maybe to make him move and start working faster.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.